For a certain couple of months, we were wondering what the Indian Premier League would be called. It's now going to be called the Tata Indian Premier League. Not just now, but for the next 5 years. Tata has now won the title sponsorship for the IPL, and it was all but a mere formality considering what were the rules that were floated by the BCCI, looking at the way how Tata was anyway one of the favourites to continue with the deal. Because remember, the title sponsorship thing was a bit of a sticky issue for the BCCI when Vivos were part of it. Vivos exited the deal midway, and then after that Tata stepped in for a brief period of time for 2 years, and then now we are seeing Tata will have the exclusive title sponsorship of the Indian Premier League starting from 2024. Now, what are the inside details about this deal and the numbers behind this deal? And who are the real contenders and why Tata was expected to win out? So, in this video, I will tell you the numbers, the deal, and why the previous sponsorship deal was such a sticky wicket for the BCCI. So the Tata Group, if you look at it, the Tata Group retains the IPL title rights and they will remain until 2028. The deal per season, if you look at it, is valued at 500 crores. Rupees 500 crore per season Tata Group is going to pay, and then 2,500 crores is the deal. That is the broad number that you have to remember. 500 crore per season. Match the rupees 2,500 crore valuation that was anyway bid for by the Aditya Birla Group. The Aditya Birla Group had submitted the deal at that time, but Tata won out because they matched it, and according to the ITT tenders that were there, the invitation to the tenders, the rules that are there, Tata were anyway going to get the deal. Now remember, 2,500 crore and 500 crore per season, it means Tata had acquired the rights in 2022, sub-licensed it with Vivos. I will explain what is the sub-licensing agreement at that point in time. Vivos deal, if you want to compare the previous 5-year cycle with this, Vivos deal was with IPL, it cost you 2,199 crores. In that 5-year period. It was anyway extended to 6 years because 1 year the COVID pandemic had brought about a lot of chaos, and that's why Vivos had a 6-year extension. So that's why per year, if you look at it, close to, you may say, somewhat around that value. But from 2,199 crores for the 5-year cycle previously, it has now increased to rupees 2,500 crore. So an increase of 301 crores in the title sponsorship. So IPL, year by year, season by season, cycle by cycle, it's growing. Look at the media rights. It was almost a triple-fold increase when you look at it, the previous media cycle. Now this 301 crores, the invitation to the title sponsorship, it's now going to be with the Tata Group. Now what exactly is the sub-licensing bit that Tata had with Vivos for 2 years? Now you will be the exclusive title sponsors. But what was the sub-licensing bit? You have to know that the starting point, the reserve price that was there per season, it was 365 crore. Aditya Birla Group and the Tata Group both bid 500 crore per season. Tata won out. And they had earlier bid for 2 seasons, 2022 and 2023. They sub-licensed it with Vivos. The previous price, what it was 512 crores. Now, they sub-licensed it with the equal, with the kind of a monetary agreement. What was that monetary agreement? Tata would pay 365 crore for that season. The remainder of the compensation, which was 147 crore, would be paid by Vivos. Because Vivos had to exit the IPL because of certain complications that were beyond their control. What was those factors that went beyond their control? Galwan. When the Galwan incident happened, there was a total call for that all Chinese products must be boycotted. There was a big crackdown by the Ministry of Information and Technology as well as the, you may say, all the other entities within the government on a big crackdown on Chinese apps. Chinese products were also placed in the list of banned. The only thing that escaped for a certain period of time was Vivo. But because of the Galwan situation, Indo-China problems escalated, and because of that, this had to happen, that Vivo had to exit it. And if you recently, I had done a video previously also where BCCI had given out the strict rules that if there is an entity which does not have any friendly relationships with India, you cannot entertain that bid. And because of that, any entity coming from China was banned. So that is why no bids were entertained from China. The entire process was streamlined. So BCCI is non-friendly entity threat. That happened. 1 year was paused. Initially it was only a 5-year period, but it got a 6th year in extension because 2020, when COVID hit, the IPL was delayed, everything was delayed. So the deal had to be extended by 1 more year. But Vivos China connection in the aftermath of Galwan ensured that you had to get a new title sponsor. For 2 years, because the exit clause was a very sticky exit clause of 512 crores, at that time they said we don't want to go in that way. Let Tata have a sub-licensing bit with us. So Tata paid the bulk of it, Vivo paid the remainder of it. So 365 plus 147, 512 crores, and per season now 500 crores for the title sponsorship exclusively, and because of that now 2,500 crores. That was the thing. The exit clause had stated rupees 512 crore in the final years. So that is why Tata made this kind of an arrangement, and that's why now for the next 5 years the IPL will be called the Tata IPL until 2028. After that, there may be a new round of title sponsorship, the invitation to the tenders that is there. So that's why now Tata exclusively title sponsorship, you look at it, it is the Indian entity. There is no Chinese entity whatsoever. It is the Tata Group who are the title sponsors of the IPL from 2024 till 2028. These are your title sponsors. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.